Where do I even begin? Well, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jew. We are back here with another video, and as you guys can see by the title, this is no clickbait. This is a full story on how I have been scammed once again. This time though, it's not with wheels or anything like that as far as the car. It's actually with money. It's a bigger amount. And I just kind of want to tell you guys the story on this. As a content creator, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like my job, and not really, I guess, like my job, but it's just kind of the role that I want to play as far as, you know, being a content creator. I want to make content, and this isn't a video that I want to be filming by any means, but it is something that happened with me. And so I just want to share my experience with you guys, and just maybe to even prevent other people from like going through the same things. I don't know. But long story short, I'm gonna start from the beginning, and this is from full transparency. I am not making a video for anybody to feel bad for me. This is just a video on like my story, what happened, and you know what I'm gonna do to kind of fix things, right? So again, starting from the beginning, it's Friday. I am on Facebook Marketplace, you know, just scrolling, trying to see if I see any parts for sale that I could use on any of my cars, right? I wasn't really on there looking for anything specific, but I was just looking like, hey, if I see something, sure, I'll see if, you know, if I can get a good deal, whatever. So I come up on some V2 Nismo seats. If you guys aren't familiar, I'll throw a picture of what they look like on the screen, but they are the seats. They come in the Juke RS, and they come in also the newer Nismo 370Zs. So I believe, I don't know what year that would be, but just like a newer year. Mine is a 2012, so I don't have those seats. And I found some that were not in the best shape. The passenger seat was completely fine, but the driver's seat had a pretty big tear on like where you would get in the car. So like right on that like bolster right here. I found that, and I ended up hitting the guy up. We came to a good price, a really good price. The only downside is he lives in Oakland, California. I live in San Diego, California. If you guys don't know kind of like geographically where that is, that's not close. It's a really big radius and really big distance away. I was talking to him, and I was basically asking him to see if we can meet somewhere closer, you know, to kind of help benefit me, whatever. So we agreed on a location to meet in Fresno, which is about probably still 4.5 hours away from me, but it would have helped. Long story short, we ended up setting that date. Okay, we're gonna meet on Saturday, this time, etc. Done deal, right? He asked for a deposit, and this is kind of where things start to get spicy, so listen up. He asked for a deposit, and he wanted me to send it via Zelle to him. If you guys are familiar with Zelle, there isn't any purchase protection for the buyer, right? Or even for the seller. So when I send somebody money via Zelle, there's nothing that can be in place to where, like, if somebody were to scam me, I can call Zelle, say, hey, this transaction actually didn't go through, can I just get my money back, whatever. It's not like that. That's kind of more, Zelle is more for like friends, family, you know, you go out with your buddies or whatever, your girls, and you know, you need to send somebody money for Chick-fil-A or a drink or something like that. That's kind of what Zelle is for, in a way. So he wanted me to do that via Zelle. I immediately shut that down. I said, no bro, I'm not doing that, you know. I kind of briefly explained that to him. I was like, I don't have a problem with sending a deposit via PayPal, but I'm not sending it through Zelle, right? He said that was fine. So that kind of, you know, my red flag, I was lowering it at that point. So I was like, okay, cool. So this guy, he knows what's up. All right, cool. So I sent the deposit via PayPal. That was that. A couple hours later go by, and later that night he actually ended up calling me and said, hey bro, you know, I got the deposit, whatever. I went to go get my car from a shop because he told me that his 370Z with the seats that had the seats in it, he told me that his car was crashed. So it was at a shop, a body shop or something like that, for whatever reason. So he was saying they won't release it to me until like I pay, you know, a certain amount or whatever, which at that moment should have been like my red flag, because for one, that has nothing to do with me. Two, if he doesn't have the money to get the car out, then he shouldn't be selling stuff that's in the car, right? I don't know, I'm just kind of being logical at that point. But at the time, I was so excited to get the seats, and I wasn't really taking time to like process everything. So I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, how much you need, whatever. So he told me an amount, and I was trying to PayPal him I put, you know, second deposit, right? But I was trying to PayPal him for the second time, but for whatever reason, I think the PayPal server as a whole was just down. So it was really coincidence at the time. It wasn't letting me send another amount. And it's not because it was a bigger amount or smaller, whatever. It's not because of that. Like previous days, I was sending like thousands of dollars to other people and stuff. So I know it wasn't the amount. I think PayPal at the time just so happened to be down. So they were experiencing errors. I tried to call them pretty quickly, but couldn't really get anybody on the phone. You guys know how like all these answer machines are. Oh, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, whatever. So it took forever. So long story short, couldn't get anybody on the phone. So I was like, you know what, bro, I'll Zelle you this money, you know, to get the car out, because I'm really excited to get these seats tomorrow. And he also said, okay, bro, if you do that, you know, instead of giving me this price for the seats, since we're doing this, you know, you can give me this price. So he came down just a little bit, not like a whole lot, but he came down a little bit, which again, everything helps. So I was like, okay, cool, like this guy's cool, bro. And also, before we get into anything else in this story, I want to put some pictures of this guy's Instagram on the screen. I want to put some pictures and videos of his Facebook on the screen, so that way you guys can kind of see the character and the person that I'm dealing with. His name is Jose Flores, and again, he lives in Oakland, California. If you guys are not familiar with Oakland or anywhere kind of like NorCal, right in that area, it's really not a good area as far as like, you know, gang violence and just like violence in general and scamming and just all types of crazy stuff. So that also should have been another kind of thing for me, you know, just because me knowing that area, I shouldn't have went through with any of this. But again, we live and we learn. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw all that stuff on the screen so you guys kind of see who I'm dealing with. You know, this guy looks like a real sweetheart, right? So back to the story. After I went ahead and sent him the second money, all that stuff, later on that night, I tried to text him and say, hey bro, like, are we still good to meet tomorrow at, you know, X time in Fresno? And the message sent green. Keep in mind, we both have iPhones, so before the messages were blue. So as soon as they were green, I was like, he got me. I thought that was it, but a little bit later, after I had sent that message when it was green, it did turn blue, and he texted me back, said, hey bro, sorry, my phone was dead or whatever, I was asleep kind of thing. It was kind of like a whew moment, you know? I really thought that I had got, but just wait. Anyways, next day rolls around. I went ahead and texted him in the morning, hey bro, I'm about to leave, you know, this time, it's gonna take me 4 hours or whatever to get there. We're still good, this and that. He's like, yeah bro, you know, I'm about to leave too. It's gonna take me like 2 hours because it's not too far from where he is. We both head out, at least I think we both head out, right? So I'm driving, you know, a couple hours go by. He ended up texting me on my phone saying, hey bro, I am about to run out of gas and I was wondering, can you send me at least like $50 so I can fill up my tank? You know, I used everything that I had for gas yesterday. At that point, as I'm already on the road, like hours in on this trip and stuff, I kind of was like, damn, like, you know, first of all, how do you go through that much money? You know what I mean? Like, I sent him hundreds of dollars worth of deposits, right? So how do you go through that much money of gas, not even within 24 hours, you know what I mean? Because again, I sent the deposit the night before, and then that morning is when we both headed out to go meet each other. It was really hard for me to believe that he had spent that much money on gas, or just let alone like anything in that short amount of time. But I guess we all have our addictions and stuff, so I get it, I guess. But yeah, so at that moment, I'm like, okay, something's going on, whatever. So I told him, no, bro, I can't, you know, I actually have your money, you know, the rest of the money that I was gonna give you in cash that I was gonna give you. So obviously I had money in my account, but I'm not gonna, you know, I wasn't sending any more money at that point, you know, until I got my hands on my product that I had paid for, you know, partially. So he was like, okay, cool, no worries, I'll ask my girlfriend, whatever, I'm waiting for her to reply. I didn't reply, I was like, whatever. So I'm still driving, you know, we're still on the way. And I think we're about an hour, we're probably like about an hour away at this point. We're in a city called like Delano or something like that. So it's like an hour from Fresno. And it's like from that point, he texted me, he's like, hey man, you can at least send like $20. You know, I think that should be enough for me to make it there. And I told him again, I said, bro, like, you know, I don't have any money in my account. I was like, all the money I sent you yesterday or the night before was everything that I had, which again, it wasn't, but you know, just kind of trying to play into that story of I don't have any more money kind of thing. So yeah, I told him, I don't have any more money for you, bro. I don't have it. I have the rest of yours in cash, and I have enough gas for me to get there and home. So he's like, he actually doesn't respond at all. He doesn't respond, so I'm like, okay, maybe he's just mad, I don't know. So I'm driving, I'm about 30 minutes out. I text him, yo bro, like, you know, I'm this far away, like how far are you, kind of thing. Messages are green. Try to call him, straight to voicemail. Looked at his Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, blocked on everything. So I got my girlfriend's phone, you know, typed in his phone number and then like started typing a message just to see if it would be blue or green for her. And for me, it was green. For her, it was blue. So that let me clearly know that he had blocked me. Called him from her phone via *67. Also, if you guys don't know that, you can call somebody privately. They won't see the number that pops up. You can do *67 and then type in the number, or *69 and then type in the number. And when you call the person, it just says like unknown caller or something like that. You know, it doesn't show your number. So if you're ever trying to do that. And when I had called him from her phone, basically it rang. He obviously didn't answer, but I called a couple times and yeah, it did ring fully. Sometimes, you know, it would ring a little bit and then hang up. So he would kind of be playing with it, kind of thing. So I knew he was like active on his phone. But unfortunately for me, we drove all the way up there for no reason, literally. So I had spent money with him via the deposits and stuff. And I also spent gas money, whatever, and like drove all the way up there for no reason. We ended up getting breakfast. I'm like, bro, this is the first time we've ever drove like 4 hours just to eat somewhere, literally, and then come home. Like it was crazy. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of like my story, man. And you know, I don't blame anybody really but myself. I shouldn't have. As far as the whole Zelle thing, you know, PayPal, I could get the money back that way, but Zelle, you know, once you send money to somebody via that way, or like Apple Pay, if you Apple Pay somebody or whatever, any of these other apps other than PayPal, you can't get your money back, at least from what I know. You know, PayPal, Zelle, whatever. So it's a lesson learned. I'm actually going to be taking some legal actions this time around, because if you guys know, with my wheels, with these RPF1 wheels, I don't even know if you guys can see that, but with those wheels, I met a guy in North LA, bought them, came home, put them on this car behind me, the 350Z Nismo, and one of the wheels was bent, you know, it was shaking crazy. So hit the guy up, you know, hey bro, this is what's going on, what can we do to fix it? So he was willing to try to fix it with me, but kind of same scenario, just kind of ended up blocking me. And I kind of took the L with that one, which was all right as far as that scenario. I did get the wheel fixed, as you guys saw via the last video, but I went ahead and just chucked it up with that. I mean, it's an RPF1, they're not too expensive and whatnot, you know, and what are you gonna do? So, you know, and that's the thing, but I want to say all that because like it kind of sucks, you know, for just not even like me, but just for like people out there. Like speaking for me, you know, I'm such a good person when it comes to like doing business and just with other people. So you guys know I recently sold my V1 Nismos that were on this car, and I had a guy buy those wheels for me via Facebook Marketplace. That's where I posted it. He sent me $1,000 deposit via Zelle, so it went straight to my account. I took the post down, all that, but he sent me $1,000 deposit via Zelle, which I didn't ask for, but he sent me the deposit a whole month in advance. So before he actually could get the wheels, he had paid me via Zelle. So like, for one, he couldn't get his money back if I were to ghost him. And two, it's like, you know, he's in a whole different city. This guy lives in Palm Springs. I say that because like how I am as a person, like, you know, my character, and I just value things to a higher extent because I know what it feels like to be kind of kicked under the rug and like, you know what I mean, taken advantage of in like a situation just like this. So with me and this guy, I'm like, you know, why would I want to do him wrong? You know what I mean? He worked hard for his money and to buy something that, you know, he was really looking forward to getting. So why, you know, why would I treat it any different, as if like I was getting something from somebody or someplace? I don't know, I just think that everybody is a little different, and it sucks again just because, you know, you try to do things the right way with people and stuff like that, and then stuff like this kind of happens to you. So I don't know, I just say that to like, you know, for anybody out there just going through something, you know, when you do go through something, or if you are going through something, man, just keep your head up, bro, and don't let situations say like this change the way you are or the way that you look at things. You know what I mean? You know, I'm still gonna be a good person at the end of the day. If anybody's done business with me, if you're watching, or if you are gonna do business with me in the future, maybe buying parts that I have, you know, I'm not the type of person to like one up somebody or like to get over or to make a quick $100 or whatever it is. Like I could care less, you know. I want, my goal is to have a great reputation to my name, you know, like, hey man, Julian, he's an honest guy, he works hard, you know what I mean, kind of thing. And I think that would make me more happy, as opposed to like getting these little victories or little wins. Oh, you know, I scammed him, I got $1,000. Like, I can always make money, you know. I'm 26 years old. You know, I have years ahead of me to make more money and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. It's just like the reputation, and I want people to know me, and when they think of me, like, yo, like, you know, he's an honest guy. Like if he says something, you know, that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be, and you can trust him, kind of thing. So I value that, and I can clearly see that a lot of people don't. But I just say that because I want other people out there to just, you know, not change who they are or whatever it is just because of people like this that are out there. So I just want to kind of rant a little bit about that situation. Again, I am going to be I am going to be taking legal actions this time. I have some family members that are in the federal, you know, agency and all that stuff. So I'm gonna get it handled, and honestly, I'm gonna double my money, you know, and whatnot. So, you know, I'm gonna ruin this guy's life, but you know, it is what it is, and we all make mistakes. But hey, you know, he had a chance to own up to it and whatnot. But honestly, he took away time, he took away money from me, and I'm not gonna let that happen again. And also in the future, I will be smarter about how I do business and stuff online. But it's not like it's a recurring thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little rant and segment of what happened to me. Other than that, I think I'm gonna put in this video me selling the V1 wheels. You know, I was like wrapping them up and, you know, met the buyer and all that stuff, and he was super stoked to get them. So it's pretty exciting to me. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video and are having a good rest of the day. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Jew. We are back here with another video, and today we are starting off this video in the middle of literally nowhere. But I actually have the IS300 right here, and you guys can see I have all these wheels in here, man. I packed this thing so nice and neat. But today is actually the day we're actually fully getting rid of these wheels, so the homie should be pulling up here soon. And yeah, we're gonna be saying bye-bye to the V1 Nismos. So sad to see him go, but love to watch her leave. It's all good though, because again, they're stock wheels. I'm kind of ready to move on and actually buy like some nice 3-piece wheels or whatever for the 350. So I wrapped these in like some type of like kind of like saran wrap type stuff, only because I don't want to get the seats dirty. So that's what I did. And then I have the other wheel in the trunk. So shout out to the IS300 though, because this thing actually fit everything in here, man. So sick, bro. And I could still put some stuff back here, which is awesome. So we're gonna wait for him to pull up, and then once we sell this, we actually are gonna be driving up north towards San Francisco to pick up something else. So I will catch you guys when we do so.
I don't know if it's recording.
It is.
Oh.
These things are definitely not light, bro. Put them right here. One down, 3 to go. You know what's also crazy too? Is this guy paid me like probably like 2 weeks in advance. So I've had the money for like 2 weeks, you know? Not to say that I would like do anything, but like, you know how many people out there would like, once they get paid, they would just like, you know, ghost him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. So I'm a good guy. So if you ever do business with me, just know that. And he's even getting the lugs too. So, because again, guys, if you're ever gonna run V1 wheels, you have to use these type of lug nuts. They're called acorn style. So perfect. Gotta have that. I think the homie just got there. Maybe right here. Oh, no, I lied. All right, now I think this is him. This guy right here in the Tacoma. Just like that, guys, they are gone, bro. Damn, bittersweet. All right, man, take care of him, dog.
Thanks,
take care of him. Appreciate
Thank
you, bro.
Guys.
Appreciate you.